Hey guys, this is Kerian Halcyon from Halcyon Industries, and I thought that I'd try something a little bit different with Space Engineers today. I had a spur-of-the-moment idea the night before, and I, instead of building a ship or trying to build like anything like a station or like some kind of a rover or anything like that, I decided that I was going to build something a little different. The stock footage should show that I've been in the middle of trying to build something that's kind of like a scenario map. But unlike normal scenarios, this is going to be something more geared towards multiplayer deathmatch. So if you've ever played like games like Halo or Battlefield 2142, I think is what it was called, and all those other games, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, like as far as death matches are considered. This map was kind of semi-inspired by the Halo Combat Evolved map called Wizard, which is a really small map that I really liked, and it's built kind of around that sort of theme, that it's supposed to be like the inside of a station. The exterior of it is pretty bland, granted, but I'm thinking that I might build over on the outside of it over time as I get better, and when the final version is ready, I will actually have a some background image going along with it, something in the background, like a ship flying around or something like that. I'm not entirely sure yet. Well, in just a moment, I will switch over to some live footage of me walking around inside of the station proper and just kind of show you what I have planned for this the map's final version. Alright then, now I'm back. Now, as you can see, this is kind of the basic setup that I have here. I have these little doohickeys down here at the bottom. I've got several cargo containers and these small first aid kits, which are basically like the traditional medical station, but just smaller and kind of just there. I might add more, I'm not sure yet. And as you can see, this kind of has a similar layout that's kind of harkens to the original Wizard kind of build. That's kind of what I was going for here. It's not entirely accurate. I didn't want to make an exact replica of the original level. Otherwise, I would have added more like the Stargate mod, for example. I could have added like to represent like teleporters and stuff. So instead, what I decided to do is I just went with it, went on the fly. The idea is that this is supposed to be a 2v2 kind of map setup that's like symmetrical, like team-style battle. But the big one is that this is a map that's meant to have like a total of between 2 to 6 people playing. It doesn't have a lot of room for much more than that, and I'm trying to make the weapon setup to be to kind of accurately match that kind of in appearance, God, what am I trying to say? Anyway, so that's kind of what I got set up. I haven't really tried to haven't really gotten around with the details yet. Anyway, as you can see, there's like oxygen tanks up there that are all full. This is an entirely oxygen-safe environment, and in fact, this world is set up so that you can't actually damage blocks, which is important because you're going to be messing around with firearms that will normally otherwise damage stuff. These blocks here are made by Sectan. They are respawn points. Essentially, if I was to die, I could pick one of these respawn points, and that could be a spot where I can spawn again, where I could just show up magically around the map. And that's exactly what this is all set up to do. There are two different sides. Your traditional blue team versus red team kind of thing, similar to like in Halo, the traditional Halo kind of stuff. We've got the blue stuff set up here. If you come over this way, there's like a little white area, a white kind of base, and then you just go past here and you find the red base here. Just real bare bones kind of setup. Not much else in them. This isn't exactly a complete... Oh, by the way, I also added like beacons to just kind of like break the outline of several different things. And I've got windows. That's another reason why that it's important that the blocks are set up to not break, so they could basically fit the kind of deathmatch environment that I'm looking for. Essentially, though, trying to get the weapon set up for this map is pretty difficult because Space Engineers isn't exactly built for deathmatch stuff right yet. I really hope that they change that. I mean, Space Engineers has so much potential in the way of making stuff happen in this game, like similar to Minecraft. It's got a lot of potential to do a lot of great stuff, and with each new update that comes out, there's potential for more and more amazing goodness to be like thrown into the mix. But the big one though that I like is that it just has potential for more than just traditional survival kind of gameplay. You got your fighter kind of style dogfights and stuff like that. I think if I remember correctly, Last Stand Gamers did a contest, might have been earlier this year, that was a dogfight contest that was sponsored by King at one point, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, so I mean, from what I could gather, Keen Software House has kind of teased the idea that they are going to probably release more weapons, which I think is great. I sincerely hope that there are more character tool weapons in particular, because I feel like this game has a lot of potential in terms of like maybe even turning it into like a deathmatch kind of styled, make little deathmatch styled scenarios and stuff like that, like I said. And to kind of end my rambling real quick, I'll just go ahead and show you what I've got planned as far as like weapons set up. These are sort of the weapons that I have ready at my disposal that I want to use in the game. So you got your basic automatic rifle, like you get in vanilla Space Engineers. That's pretty basic. It can do a lot of damage. It's just basically your basic assault rifle. Then I also have like a battle rifle, which actually might not be included in this now that I think about it, just because of how higher power. I was thinking this would be more like the battle rifle from whatchamacallit, from Halo, where it's just a burst weapon. You got shotguns though. Shotguns will also be in this map. These are all, by the way, Sectan's mods as well. His all-in-one guns. He's got like 11 guns in this mod, I believe. I don't know. It's probably actually more. Let's actually take a look and count how many. If I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost 11. That's 10. I was close. I was close. But yeah, he's got several different guns in this mod, and they're all really cool. They kind of look. They kind of look good. I haven't actually been able to have a chance to like feel whether or not they're balanced. Also, there's gonna be the Magnum, which looks weird like this, but it's like a precision weapon. And this railgun is probably more likely to be in the game than the battle rifle, just because it's a precision weapon. It's a precision weapon that fires bursts, which is kind of nice. I mean, compared to what else we have here, like the sniper rifle and the battle rifle will be too overpowered, and I'm pretty sure the sniper rifle doesn't fit in this area. So, yeah, that's kind of what I got planned as far as weapons are considered. However, weapons placement is a bit difficult. Right now, what I have I got it in this one? Let's see. Yes, I do. Right now, what I have planned is that these cargo containers are going to be where you find weapons. Now, that's a problem, because in order for you to be able to take advantage of the cargo containers, you have to stop what you're doing, look at the cargo container, press K, grab what you want, trust that that you'll follow honor rules and grab just the magazines or the one gun or whatever, and then walk away without worrying about someone creeping up behind you and shooting you. Now, this map is big enough that that with only a couple of people, that shouldn't be too much of a problem if you're in opposite corners of the map. But once you start talking about, like, you know, the whole thing about three's a crowd, yeah, it would be really difficult to be able to make this balanced enough where people can walk around and not get gibbed while trying to reload or get new stuff. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to do, this version, when it's finished, I will release on the workshop as a scenario or something along those lines for people to just like goof around with, just to get a feel. And what I'll do is I'll make a second version of this that actually has tubes along the top that will drop down weapons and ammunition via timer blocks down here so that players can actually run around and collect what they need and then just run off when they need to, and not have to worry about like stopping, pressing K, grabbing whatever's in here, like say these magnums or whatever, or like having cargo containers connected. I don't have that set up that way, but these are like individual stuff. But like for example, if someone really wanted to, they could just cheat, look into one of these cargo containers, see what all people have and what all is missing, and then judge by that whether or not that someone's taken like the shotgun or whatever. The idea is that the shotgun is basically this map's equivalent of a power weapon, because I'm not going to be putting the like rocket launcher or anything on this map. I feel like that having a rocket launcher would be too OP, even if it's even with all best intentions in mind. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you not? Do you think this is a cool idea? I personally think it's a cool idea. I really would like to be able to see what people think about this on the workshop, and just like have someone like test this out and use it. Actually, what I'm planning on doing is probably getting some friends together and try and experiment with this and see whether or not this is any good, just to have fun with. Because I like this idea. I like the idea of having like a deathmatch kind of scenario area that people can just have fun with and not have to worry about running into problems, like running into other not running into problems, but like being able to like take a break from just traditional Space Engineers and just try something new with it. Because that's the whole point of this game, right? Like as it updates, just try what's new and I don't know. I'm just rambling again. Anyway, if you guys liked it, leave a like, maybe comment, tell me why you like it, why you don't like it, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. Me out.